number one reason CEOs tell me they asked or called people back into the office, right, over the past, and it's sort of gone from please and a request, and man, we'd really love it if you came into the office, to get your you-know-what into the office. It's just sort of been a sliding scale, right? Where I got some clients that says, now it's a mandate, okay? We were trying to be nice. Now it's a mandate. Well, why? Why did you do that? Why did you want it? What do you think the number one reason why leaders said they wanted people back in the office? Somebody shout it out. I hear a lot of control, oversight. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. But the number one reason, I'm worried about our culture. I'm worried about a culture. I got a bunch of people on the team, and so there's a premise there. If I need people in the office because I'm worried about a culture, it means that I think culture is connected to what? My physical environment. The first thing we have to recognize, the first truth, is that we have to know that culture doesn't live in the walls of our building. Culture lives in the heart of our people. Culture doesn't live in the building, gang. It lives in our people. Now, the building, the physical environment can support our culture, but it doesn't live there. What do I mean by that? I mean, we can't just expect or assume that if we ask people to come into the physical environment that they're going to feel what it feels like to be a part of this team. It's like by osmosis. Oh, they walked in, they can feel it coming out of the walls. No, they can't. How do I know this? I want to hear from you. It's like I was just on site with a big insurance company yesterday, and I walked in on their campus, and 75% of the people, noise cancellation headphones on, head down, doing focus work, just irritated and annoyed. They drove an hour into the office to be doing what they could be doing at home. And I said to the leader, I kind of pointed out, I'm like, is this what you were worried about? You wanted more of this? Because that's doing the opposite of what you want. What it means is that we have to bring a new level of intentionality. What are the experiences that we're going to create to help people feel what it feels like? Not just expect that it can happen. In order to pull that off, to make hybrid thrive, number 2, the office must feel like an opportunity and not an obligation. Man, I love this room. I'm like in church right now. I'm getting an amens coming from the back of the room. Preach! That office has to feel like an opportunity, not an obligation. How many of you, be honest, over the last 3 years, there has been times where it has felt like an obligation? Raise your hands. Feels like an obligation. Exactly. And so then I say, if I'm a leader, an opportunity for what? An opportunity to create culture, an opportunity to create connection, build relationships, help us execute, brainstorm, get creative. The list goes on. To give people what they value. Right? If I know what they value, if they value family or belonging, relationships, go back to my values, personal growth, great. So if I'm asking Seth to come back into the office, I'm going to make sure there's some one-on-one coaching. There's some growth opportunities that are happening. Opportunity, not an obligation.